All right, my friends, today we're looking at a little tiny, I'll say budget field monitor for those that are wanting something small that they can add to their camera. And this one's got a little bit of a trick up its sleeve, which I think is kind of cool. And if it's something that you will find useful, then this could be good, I guess. All right, let's crack open this little VIDEOGEAR Black Mini 5-inch monitor and see what we think. Okay, so just so you guys know, it's actually right here. It's right here off to the side. I use this monitor, or have been using this little monitor, along with another monitor. You can kind of see them both there for the past couple of weeks now. Just kind of testing it and seeing what we think and in our little environment. And before I even go into this, for my needs, which is literally just a little budget monitor for displaying, because it's actually plugged into my ZV-1, which is up here. And, you know, instead of me having to constantly do this to see if it's framed right, I can just kind of glance over here to make sure everything where my hands are where they're supposed to. So it does its job. So in that aspect, it's a win. If that's what you're looking for, you're golden. But there's a few other things that we'll get into. First, let's look at the box. So here it is, VIDEOGEAR 5-inch Black Mini touch monitor with USB out for live stream. So that's the kicker. If you have a camera that you'd like to utilize for live streaming, you can actually plug your camera into this, and it has like a capture card built into the monitor. So you can plug that into your computer, and we'll try it. Haven't tried it, but we'll try it with my computer today to see how it works or if it functions at all. And that could be a cool little bonus for those of you that have a camera but doesn't have any kind of streaming ability. I don't know if none of mine do. So this way I could actually plug it in through the monitor and stream with it. Yeah, that's cool. So normally it comes with the monitor at the top, but again, it's sitting over here. You do get a little live streaming monitor manual, and I'll be completely honest, it's got all the information in it. It does, but the fonts are really small. So just kind of be aware of that. You can see that there, like the fonts are tiny. I'd like to see them bigger. It does come with a USB. Right, and that's, I believe, the one that you're going to use for your streaming. It does come with full-size HDMI to mini HDMI. This is great for those that have that. Sadly, the majority of my cameras are using actual micro HDMI, but if you have mini HDMI, you're good to go. You do have in here, just kind of pull this out, a little box of gizmos. You get a little Allen key for tightening all your stuff if you need to, which sometimes we do. And you get a nice little head here. So this goes into your cold shoe. This will mount your monitor, depending on where you want to put it. There's where your Allen key is going to be used for tightening this. Yeah, does the job. It works, right? Like I said, have it sitting over here on just a little stand. But if you wanted to mount this on your camera or on a gimbal, that would be really important to have. So you got it. You also get a little shade, and this actually is probably something that you'll want to take advantage of if you are going to be using this monitor outdoors, because it's not the brightest screen. It's plenty bright here for me inside this my little studio room, plenty bright, but it's only, I believe, 400 nits. So not crazy bright for if you're outside in a sunny day. This is going to be useful because it is a little hood that you can put on. So that kind of goes in conjunction with this. So you're ready to go. You know, that's fantastic. And that's everything that I got in this here box. It's nice. So let's talk about the actual monitor. So I'm going to bring the monitor over here because this stuff is all great and all. I may keep, nope, we'll keep those cables there. It does take either the Sony NP-NF, this one, the big Sony battery. You guys are seeing it here, right? I have a 970 on here, but I've used a 570, 770. They all work fine. And I don't know if you guys can see there, right in that little section, if you actually have Canon batteries, which I have, the standard ones that fit in like the Canon EOS R, the what is it, the 6 series, right off the top of my head, it's like gone. You know the ones I'm talking about. Also works, so should be good. Now on the big 970 batteries, I literally probably change these once every week or two on this, so it works great. And that's me shooting 1 to 2 videos here a day. Plenty good. The other thing I like about it, tripod hole. You also get a little power if you want to, or if you have power for it. But you may even notice, for me, I actually have my monitor mounted upside down. And because this is where I primarily have it, the camera is shooting and the image is upside down. So I actually just mount it this way. So you'll see my hands are where they should be, right? When they come up like this, they come up on the screen, which is great. I also have focus peaking. Perfect. So I can see this down there as well to make sure everything's hitting focus. And I have my little RGB so I can see my histogram. I believe that's what it's called. Yes, come up on the screen so we can see that everything is exposed really well. Now the other thing you can look at here, and I'll just kind of tap this button, is at the top there's a red button, there's a function button. The red is on and off, function button, and a bunch of other buttons over on the side. So this is exit. This kind of goes through everything. This is menu, and that's great, but it's also touch screen, so even better. So you can just kind of slide when you're on here, and you'll actually see, I'll just turn this around, because again, I have it upside down. Your resolution, your actual battery level, so the battery of the battery attached to it. You can go into settings here, so you got your HDMI, your backlight, your color, your config, your system, all kinds of, English, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. It's just so much information kind of come through here. When contrast of your screen, saturation, tint, sharpness, color temperature. You can actually put in a custom LUT. So there's, I think, 2 or 3 LUTs that are built in, plus via the USB, you can actually add more of your LUTs if you want to. Monitor. This is where you can change, like you can go into your aspect ratios, you get little bars so you can see what the aspect is. You can also do a flip if you want to do a flip as well. Bunch of stuff in here, overscan, freeze frame, image flip, HDR, HV delay. You got your audio here. If you are putting audio through it, you can put up meters on there if you want. Aspect markers, safety markers, all kinds of, for a budget monitor, it really has a lot of everything in it, which is great. Again, for me, it works perfectly, but for some, again, if you were doing a lot of working outdoors, I would think the only issue would actually be screen brightness, because it isn't the brightest screen for sure. But again, for me here, it's fine. It does everything I want. Like I said, bunch of touch controls that you can play with on there. But the important one for me is just making sure my focus is in focus, right? So with focus peaking, I'm very happy. Now, it doesn't have any kind of pass-through HDMI, so if you want to go HDMI in and then HDMI out to like another monitor, you can't. So this would either have to be at the end of the chain, or if you put it in the middle, it is what it is. It stops there. But it does have that live stream. So we're gonna try this right now. Just here, you and I. And on this side of it, you might be able to see that there's a USB beside the HDMI. This is actually headphones too, if you're interested and want to put headphones in there. But this should, I'm running my Lenovo here. And in theory, this should be able to see this as like a capture card with, let's just bring it, should I turn it this way so you guys can see it? Yeah, we'll do this. You may or may not be able to see those, I don't know. With a, this camera up top, So if I took this and just plugged it in here, I know I have a USB on this somewhere. There we go. Anything show up on the screen? Doesn't seem to be. I'm guessing things are happening. So if we brought up OBS Studio, for instance, I'm very curious now. And I just installed Windows 11, and sure, that sounds good. Yeah, I just installed Windows 11, and it's nice, but there's a lot of still little hiccups in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's just do Facebook. Stream key. I need a stream key. I should have set this up before. Hold on, I'll set this up. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I figured it out. I'm with you. So basically, again, this is upside down. So when you're in here, just so you guys know, you're gonna go to your settings, and you're gonna go to System, and there's USB UVC off and on. So I turn it on because it's defaulted to off. So it's on. Now when we'll move this over here. You don't need to see that necessarily. Now we'll turn that. You guys should be able to see that. We'll run OBS. It's all coming together. And we'll pick out my Sony. And we'll say, let's go to a video capture device. You'll actually see when we hit OK here, there's USB 2 capture video. And voila. Save. Yep. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. That's a cool trick. That's a cool trick. I'm gonna give it that. So basically any monitor you have, or anything you have really that's HDMI, can kind of come into this, like camera wise, can kind of come into this, USB out to your computer running like OBS Studio or something like that, or YouTube, or once it's here, it all sees it. You can just go to YouTube and now use your ZV-1 or your Canon R6 or your whatever. It doesn't matter. Broadcasting away. Yep. So what do I think of it? You know, for me, I think there's a couple things I really like. And again, this is for me. I like, the brightness is fine for me. Would I like to have seen it brighter? Sure. But it is a budget monitor, so I'm not gonna, complain about that too much. Do I wish it had some pass-through? Possibly. Again, for me, not that useful. I don't usually use that, but a nice feature to have. But other than that, it's a really nice full-featured, especially when you include the fact that it has a USB 2.0 capture card built into it. That's pretty fantastic. The other thing I like about it too, and this is, something that I find really useful, is it is a bit smaller, right? Like here it is, you guys can see it up against my Feel World, both 5-inch displays. And because it's smaller, not a lot smaller, but it is smaller, when I'm using this with a gimbal or anything like that, lighter is always better. So when it's smaller, I'm always happier. So same size display, but smaller in casing. So I kind of like that. All right, guys, that's it. This is the VIDEOGEAR Black Mini 5-inch live stream monitor. Yeah, it's a mouthful, but that's okay. I'm going to put links down below if you guys are interested in this. Again, I like it. You make your own judgment on it if it fits your needs. And I'm going to leave you there. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that little notification bell. And we'll see you guys later.